Hi, everyone. This is awesome.
Well,
Just to say that this is awesome. Teaching is a passion of mine. I have been wanting to do this for a long time. And I feel like, with Elevator, like I'm doing it for real, which is amazing. So I'm hoping that the content, and by the way, I work on all the content for this class. This is not content that I took from any kind of other sources. This is all like from experience. So I hope that is helpful for all of you, no matter where in the design job search or the design career you are. So let's get started. A lot of you are trying to change job, and that is not an easy decision. And I hope that like by doing this class, you are going to come into some kind of conclusion of, oh, this is how design is practiced, right, in real life. And if this is the career that you want to follow. So in the past decade or so, I have worked in both marketing and UX and product design. And I think some people are trying to bridge from the marketing UI design into product design. So there are some content around that as well. And I'm happy to talk about the difference between working on marketing and working on product. Don't let other people tell you if you can be a designer. If you want to be a designer, you would be a designer, right? Like there's no point trying to get validation from other people. But what's important is you're practicing your skills. You know where you are, right, in your skills level, and you are improving it every day. So to me, that's how you get into design. It's not, getting a degree or things like that. It's all about practice. When you work for a company, the goal is, as of a designer, is not to just design, is to actually launch something to your customer. So when we only design and we don't care about business or implementation, we're not going to be able to launch things to our customers. And as a whole, that's not what a good designer do. What does it mean to design the user experience, right? So the easiest way that I found that I can explain this is we defined and visualize how our products or services solve user problems through the interaction that people have with it. That's basically what it means. I see a lot of good people who have great skills, and yet they fail the interview because they don't know how to present their work. I'm like, oh, that breaks my heart. So that's why there's this course. This framework right here called AARR, and it stands for Acquisition, Activation, Retention, Referral, and Revenue. And it's basically very widely accepted as the 5 most important success metrics that a company needs to focus on. It's totally fine when you do research later to come back to the goal and be like, hey, I learned something new. And apparently this is not what people want. Their need is totally different, which is great because you are making business impact with that. I think it's totally good to design your design process, depending on the project that you have. So I'll walk you through how you can do that. So first, how to design your design process. First is always make sure that you explore the problem before you explore the solution. And why is this important is because the biggest design mistake and the biggest waste of time is when you make things that people do not need, right? Like you make a solution that doesn't have a problem, or you make a solution where you didn't think of validating the need of the people. That's when you waste people time and you waste the company resources. That's a very simple prototype. You can see at the bottom here, it has like what screen I'm at. You can navigate like this. You can also restart here. Would restart at the beginning. I tap 2, still going to 1, but because I set it up to go to the same screen. In recent years, there's a new way of testing that has been very popular, I would say, in startups and big companies alike, which is an approach of experimentation. What that means is rather than doing a lot of testing before you launch the product, you are just gonna try to do a couple of versions and you just launch it to your customer and then you watch the outcome and then you go forward with the one that performed better. However, just because something is usable and easy to use doesn't mean people will keep using it, or if people would pay for it, or if it's actually something they desire. Here are some common questions that you would get. When you talk to a design manager, right, reminder, they're trying to understand both your work and your character. Question I ask all the time, what's your strength and an area of growth? This is basically the same as what's your strength and your weakness. Tell me about your design process, right? Tell me about a conflict that you've had. And this is a special question, and I bet you're gonna have people asking you about a conflict example in every interview that you talk to them. Because working with people, the most important thing is you can get through conflict so that you can all collaborate together. Thank you again, Sue and Robin, for doing the presentation. And I'll see you on Wednesday.